Hi, welcome to the Get Schooled podcast. I'm your host, Annabelle. This is the show where I give you all the info on how to survive high school. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode, How to Get Good Grades and Pass Tests. I'm joined today by Lily Carson.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm a junior.
And she is going to be giving us some of her advice on study habits, test taking, how to get and maintain good grades, and how to get rid of distractions. Before we get started, I would like to give a big thank you to Viridian News' first sponsor, Silver Sky Designs. You can find more info on them at our website, which is viridiannews.org. So Lily, what's your advice on how to do good in school and how to maintain good grades?
Okay, well, you have to have a good work ethic, definitely. Sometimes it takes more discipline than motivation most days. And just paying attention in class and, actually tuning in and trying your best to listen. And, being an active listener, taking some notes and asking questions and not being afraid to ask questions. And, just kind of getting comfortable with your teachers and other students to, ask them questions and, just being a hard worker.
What, advice would you give for people who want to be, a hard worker? How do they start that out?
Well, for some people it kind of just comes naturally. I just try to do a little more than what is expected. I try to not just do, the bare minimum and, any, extra credit I always do, and I'm always, looking on how to improve. So, I'll do any extra assignments or, extra studying, and, learning how to be a good studier, too, is really good.
So what's your advice on how to study well?
Well, I really had to teach myself. It kind of was I'm still kind of working on some methods, but taking breaks is really important. We talked about this, but I use a Pomodoro method is what I think it's called. It's you can either do 25 minutes and have a 5-minute break and do 4 of those and then keep going until you're done studying, or 50 minutes and then a 10-minute break. But I always use dark noise to get myself locked in, basically, and just doing active recall, using flashcards, and then finding websites. I listen to a lot of academic podcasts when I need to study. So right now I'm studying for an AP Bio exam. So
good luck with that.
Thank you. But I'm listening to podcasts in the car and just really finding different methods, not just reading notes, and I'll try to teach it to people and find different ways to remember stuff.
So what kind of environment do you like to be in when you're studying?
Well, definitely somewhere quiet, but if I'm in a class where people are talking, like I said, I'll just put in AirPods and listen to dark noise or something to drown it out. But I usually prefer to go to the library, or sometimes I'll go to Dunkin' or Starbucks or something, and just anywhere that isn't my house, because I get distracted really easily, so I have to kind of go somewhere else to with the mindset I'm going to study, which helps me lock into.
What are some of the distractions that take you away from studying and doing good on things?
I mean, my phone, definitely. It can be really easy to just sit there and scroll. If I'm taking a break, I'll kind of end up spending 30 minutes on my phone, and it's less studying. But definitely social media and stuff, I always turn off my notifications, and if I really need to get something done, I will give my phone to my mom or put it downstairs and turn it off and be don't give me my phone.
That's smart.
Because sometimes you just have to be like that, especially if you want to do well. Working hard, it requires some sacrifices too, but I think it's worth it. But yeah, and other people too. If you're around other people, sometimes you just have to be nice about it and be please stop talking to me. Yeah, that's basically it.
What's your hardest class that you're taking right now?
Right now, probably it's between AP Bio and AP Lang. The content with AP Bio is a lot harder, but the way that the teacher teaches, the class itself is easy.
Okay.
But for the exam, I'm having to study a lot, and there's a lot of memorization and content. So I'd probably say AP Bio, but AP Lang, it's a lot of what comes naturally to you. So like, some things, it can just be, like, frustrating because even if you, like, keep doing them over and over, it's kind of hard to get used to this stuff.
Yeah.
But probably AP Bio. Yeah.
What, like, advice would you give to someone who wants to take that class?
Well, I mean, to take a class like that, you have to be disciplined and, like, not procrastinating, which is something that's really difficult for me. Not procrastinating is huge because, like, work can just pile up so fast because, I mean, it is a really fast-paced class, or, like, AP classes in general. So, like, not procrastinating, which I mean, I still do, like, most of the time.
Yeah.
So
I think we all do.
Yeah, so that, but then also just, like, really taking extra time to, like, look at the material and, like, keep up with your work, definitely.
Is that how you deal with procrastination, or is there any other methods that you do?
I mean, usually if I try to do a bit of homework every night, even if I don't have something due the next day. So even if it's just, like, 20-30 minutes, like, it can really, like, help get stuff done quicker. And if you work on it, like, between classes or, like, any free time that you have, like, at school, that also helps not put it off to the last minute because, like, once you start, it's pretty easy to keep going. But then, yeah, other than that, like, just discipline, and, like, you really have to, like, force yourself to do it sometimes, even when
Yeah.
it sucks. So
What are some of your goals, like, either for school or out of school, or just personal goals?
well, I mean, a goal for myself is always to push myself and to be my own, like, competitor. I try not to compare myself to other people when it comes to grades and stuff like that. So I've always been somebody who, like, kind of relies on academic validation.
Yeah.
Which I think is, like, really big, especially, I mean, for anybody, but for students who take AP classes and really, like, take difficult classes and go down that route, it can kind of be difficult to not compare yourself and be like, oh, like, I've been in classes with these people, why are they doing better, like, stuff like that. So I just try to be my own biggest competitor. But then I also want to be, like, just a personal goal is just to be, like, top of the junior class and, like,
do you happen to know your rank for the junior class?
Yeah, I'm second right now.
Whoa, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, so
Good job.
Thank you. But it's been, like, really difficult trying to keep my place.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to just sign up for, like, some random, like, dual enrollment classes, too. I mean, also just to fill in space in my schedule. But, I mean, it's a lot of effort to stay there. And, I mean, like, it's honestly not even that important to stay second. Like, anywhere, like, top of the class is really good. But it's just, like, a personal goal of mine. I just work really hard at it. It can be stressful, but
I think you're doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
Do you think your distractions can tear you away from your goals?
Yeah, especially recently, like, after spring break and everything, it's really easy to get distracted, like, want to just not do my work, you know, and just, like, do other things, like what I was doing over break, just kind of, like, chill and not worry about my work. And it's been difficult to stay productive recently, but it's something I'm really having to just force myself to do, but definitely distractions can take away from that.
Okay, well, thank you so much for all of that info. It was so helpful, and I really hope it helps people out there in our school. Thanks again to the listeners for tuning in. I hope this all helps you and sets you on the path for surviving high school. Here's your friendly reminder of the week. Don't wimp out. We still have 3.5 weeks left, so let's finish strong. And don't forget to tune in to our next episode for how to plan for college and future careers.